another Red Chair Chat. Today we have Amanda Hough with us. Hi Amanda, how are you?
Good, how are you?
I'm great. So tell me a little bit about yourself and how you got into real estate.
So I got into real estate when I was 30 years old.
Okay.
I had been a retail manager for 15 plus years and was tired of it. And I started going to school at Missouri State and doing interior design and thought, why not get into real estate as well? Because I've always liked it.
That explains why your office is so beautiful with the interior design part.
Yeah.
Should have known. Okay.
Yeah. I have a passion for interior design as well. And so I got tired of retail and went in, quit my job, took the course, jumped feet first, and have been in it ever since.
How did you feel about going the transition from like a W-2 to a 1099?
It was very hard.
Yeah.
It was stressful because I am a single mom as well. And so I had a little bit of money saved up, but within my first year of real estate, I was still working 4 other jobs, and one of them was full-time. So I was a very part-time real estate agent the first year.
Yeah. Okay, so then you got licensed, and then what was your production like your first year? Well, you said 4 jobs.
Yes. So I sold 4 houses the first year.
Okay. Did you ever think, man, do I still want to be in real estate, or how did you continue to persevere?
I don't give up very well, so I just kept going and going, and I was like, it'll come. It'll come. The more I know, the more I do, the better I'll get.
And then you joined KW in 2020 or 2019?
It was November of 2019.
Okay. Yeah, because you went to family reunion with us in Dallas.
Yes.
Okay, what made the switch for you to go to KW? Why did you make the change?
I wasn't really learning anything from where I was, and no other brokerage in my town interested me. Like, their values didn't speak to me, so I decided I was on a team, and that was Angela Shadle, and she knew someone in KW, and so we interviewed, and after the interview I was like, there's nothing negative about going to KW. We're the first KW agents in our area, so that's a positive. It could be a struggle, but it's a positive. And I also I loved the training, that I could learn more and hopefully get better at what I'm doing.
Yeah. And since then, you've really taken over the Lebanon area, because now you have your office and now you have a large team. So let's talk about your partners with Angela, and then now you've built this team. What does your team structure look like? How many people, and how does it sit today?
So it's me, and then I have an admin, and I have a TC company that we work with, Onward, and then we have 9 agents.
Wow.
So.
And then how has your production grown since you've built this team?
It has grown tremendously.
Yeah.
It's crazy. Currently, right now, most of them are newer agents, but that's part of my favorite part of my job is mentoring them and getting them where they're comfortable to be a high producing agent.
I'll say, when you went to family reunion in 2020, I feel like since then you just like really went feet first into everything. Everything KW teaches and trains on, you've taken that and you've been able to use it almost like a satellite campus and say, okay, let me show you everything that this provides and how we can use it to plug into our business.
Yes, for sure.
Has there been any sort of training that's really stuck out to you that's been your favorite that you've attended?
No, not necessarily, because I really just like all of them, because they're all so different than where I came from.
Okay.
And I like how each training kind of builds from the last one. It's kind of all connected, and if you go to one, it's, okay, well, that's a little piece from this one, and so that's been great.
Yeah. So why do you continue to stay in real estate? Like, what's your passion behind it?
My passion started off just helping people with their biggest purchase.
Yeah.
But I think what has brought me more joy is watching agents grow, thinking that they can't do something and then all of a sudden they can, and their momentum starts, and I love seeing them do things that they didn't think were possible.
Yeah, that really shows as you're bringing agents in and you're helping them start from saying, okay, I was in it, I sold 4 houses and I didn't want to give up, so let me show you the path that you can do so you can still stay in it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So what areas do you cover being in the Lebanon area?
So we'll go an hour in any direction. Like
Wow.
I'm part of Lake of the Ozarks board, and then so we'll go there and we'll go up to Rolla, but we know some KW agents up there, so we would rather refer, and then we can go into Hartville and that area, and then I usually stop at Marshfield.
Yeah, that's a wide territory.
Yes.
That you and
Yeah.
everybody cover.
Yes.
A lot of driving.
Yes.
A lot of real estate done in the car.
Yes.
So what has been your favorite thing about being a part of KW?
The culture, the family, the learning, just all of it. I don't have one negative thing to say.
Yeah. What is your vision for your office as you're looking forward and saying, okay, in the last 2 years, your business has completely changed and transformed. What are you hoping the next couple years have in store?
So we reached what I had envisioned many years down the road already. so I think my main goal is just to retain the people that I have and make sure that they're successful in the coming years, and get them through, and meet the production that they want to reach.
Yeah. When your business, what are your primary sources for lead generation, or where are a lot of your business coming from?
So a lot of it is past clients. We do actually get a lot from social media,
Okay.
being very involved with that in the community. And then referrals from other KW agents is probably the third one.
Really?
Yes.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
From here out of Springfield going to Lebanon, or just like nationwide?
A mixture of both.
Okay. That's awesome.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like a majority of the buyers I have right now are a referral from a KW agent somewhere.
Wow. That
Yeah.
is really cool.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh, talk about that referral network.
Yeah.
So how do you just quantify that your leads are coming from social media? Like, when you meet clients, do you say, oh, I saw you on social media and that's why I want to work with you?
Yeah. So anytime I have someone call, or I always ask, where did you hear about us? How do you know about us? And they'll usually say, well, we went to the mother-son dance, or we saw the scavenger hunt that you did, or, different things like that.
So being involved in the community and the events as well.
Yes.
So tell me about a couple of the events that you've recently done.
We had a true crime and tea party where we did we listened to a true crime podcast, and we played board games that were involved with true crime and had like a tea party. We are in the downtown district of Lebanon, so we're always involved in anything. If they have a thing going on, we make something up and we do it. Our biggest one to date would probably be our Galentine's charcuterie board.
Okay.
Where I made a dessert board on a table and said, come in and have some chocolates and enjoy your walk downtown.
That is awesome.
And everyone was talking about it, so that was really fun. And then we've also had a mother-son dance, and the biggest one we're probably going to have is our mom prom. That is in...
I saw that. It looks so fun.
It's 80s themed, and it's just for the ladies, and all our proceeds are going to a kid that's battling cancer. And so we're just trying to add more fun things to the Lebanon area, because they always say there's nothing to do in Lebanon, and we're going to change that.
I love that. How are you coming up with the ideas to do all these fun events?
I try to just kind of give an agent the floor and say, what's your idea? What would you like to see here? Or someone you know.
Yeah.
And try to give it to them to plan and make it their own, and we just go from there.
That is so cool. I mean, a mom prom, Galentine's, the true crime. I mean, I was driving today and I was listening to a whole true crime podcast. It's so fun.
Yeah.
And you get so enveloped in it, and then you're playing games. That's awesome.
Yeah.
What's the kind of turnout that you're getting to these events?
For the true crime, we had like 30 or 40
My
people
goodness.
show up one Saturday afternoon. Yeah. And the chocolate walk, for the Galentines, we had probably over 100 people.
Oh my.
And then the mom prom, we're estimating 300 people. And the mother's son dance, we had it in a venue that only allowed a number, so we only had 40 couples.
I mean, a lot of people don't even get like 10 people to their client event. So
Yes.
the fact that you're projecting 300 for a mom prom, that's amazing.
Yeah.
So whenever people are coming into the events, are you capturing their information to go into your database?
Yes, we do usually try to do it through Eventbrite.
Okay.
So they register through Eventbrite, so at least we either get their phone number or their email. For the mom prom, since there is going to be alcohol, I'm requesting their birthday.
Yep. Yep.
So we're kind of doing that as well.
Mhm.
So that helps just fill the spots in the database.
Wow. And events are really kind of blossoming now because a lot of people, especially during COVID, they didn't want to get out and experience that, and then now you're like, okay, let's have all these fun things.
Yes.
How many more are you planning to do for 2023?
So I made it a thing. We're doing them once a month, a
Wow.
micro event or a big event every quarter.
That is so cool. Micro events are really where it's at right now.
Yeah.
More quality time with people. Are you generating business because of those events that you're doing?
Yes, it seems like we are,
Mhm.
and I definitely feel like no one else in our area are doing those.
Yeah.
So, the community is noticing that and mentioning that, and we'll go places and people will tell us that we're Facebook famous.
Okay, love it.
And we're just like, we're just people.
It's like, oh, thank you. I didn't even notice.
Yeah. So it is definitely
Wow.
building some traction in our community.
Yeah, and the community involvement aspect of it.
Yes.
It's just the brand awareness. And being downtown, I'm sure
Yeah.
that really helps.
Yeah.
So how are you keeping your agents engaged in the current market and how everything's changing?
So we try to do during Tuesdays,
Mhm.
we do the team meeting, and then we have our own little team huddle, and we kind of talk about all the challenges and what's hit the market and what to expect and kind of do that.
Yeah, having those navigating conversations.
Yes.
Do you feel like you're seeing a lot of the same stuff that's popping up that maybe like a Springfield is seeing? Are you kind of seeing the same things in your market versus ours?
We're kind of slower than your market,
Okay.
so things move a little bit differently. I do keep projections of last year compared to this year, and we're kind of the same
Okay.
as we were last year, listing wides.
Yeah.
But more are hitting and then going under contract. So
Yeah.
having those numbers from previous years have helped us to realize, okay, this is kind of just like, this year or last year, but they're moving quicker.
Yeah, that's really interesting to see. I mean, we're kind of seeing the same thing, which makes sense. But it's always interesting to hear the different perspectives. Even if we're only an hour away,
Yeah.
the markets are completely different.
Oh yeah.
And the practices of how we would generate business in a larger city is different than how you would generate in a smaller town.
Yeah.
And how it correlates within it. That's really cool.
Yeah.
So how do you think KW has expanded your thinking for your business and for your life?
So I used to think very small, like, oh, I can't do that, or that's going to take me forever. But one thing KW has taught me is I always go back to you can do anything in 5 years if you put your plan
Yep.
out there. And it's proven because a year ago I had me and one other agent that was full time, and now we're up to as many as we are in
Yeah.
a year. So, and then even in my personal life, a year ago I was 70 pounds heavier. And I planned it out
Yeah.
and said, okay, I want to hit 75 pounds by a year. And
Wow.
I'm almost there. So it just has changed all aspects of life.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. Is there anything about your team or your business that you think would be interesting for other people to know?
Not that I can think of.
Is there any sort of advice you would give to agents that are struggling in this market now of why they should stay in?
if they are struggling, they need to find a mentor to help them. And they need to not give up and do the things that make them uncomfortable, because most likely they will be more successful if they're doing things that make them uncomfortable until they are comfortable doing them.
Yeah, I
Like
that.
making phone calls. I still hate doing them, but if you actually go out and reach out to people, it will change.
Yeah, that's amazing. Well, thank you so much for spending time with us.
Of course.
We'll be back next week for another Red Chair Chat.